The Whispering Walls. In the small, forgotten town of Black Hollow, there stood an old, decrepit house at the end of Elm Street. The townsfolk called it the Widow's Lament, for it was said that the widow who once lived there had gone mad with grief after losing her husband and child in a tragic fire. She was never seen again, but her whispers were said to still echo through the halls. One cold October night, a young couple, Sarah and Mark, decided to explore the house on a dare. They had heard the stories, of course, but they laughed them off as mere superstition. Armed with only a flashlight and their bravado, they stepped inside. The air was thick with dust, and the floorboards creaked ominously under their feet. As they ventured deeper into the house, they began to hear faint whispers, barely audible, like the rustling of leaves in the wind. Sarah clutched Mark's arm, her heart pounding. "Do you hear that?" she asked, her voice trembling. Mark nodded, trying to appear calm. "It's just the wind," he said, though he didn't believe it himself. They reached the master bedroom, where the whispers grew louder, more insistent. The flashlight flickered, casting eerie shadows on the walls. Sarah's breath caught in her throat as she saw something move in the corner of the room. She turned the flashlight towards it, but there was nothing there. Suddenly, the whispers became clear, forming words that sent chills down their spines. "Leave, now." Mark grabbed Sarah's hand and they bolted for the door, but it slammed shut before they could reach it. The whispers grew louder, more frantic, echoing all around them. The walls seemed to close in, the air growing colder with each passing second. Sarah screamed as she felt something icy grip her wrist. Mark tried to pull her away, but the force was too strong. The whispers turned into a deafening roar, and the last thing they saw was the face of the widow, her eyes hollow and filled with sorrow, before everything went black. The next morning, the townsfolk found the house silent once more. The door was ajar, and inside, there was no sign of Sarah or Mark. But if you listen closely on a quiet night, you can still hear the whispers, calling out to anyone foolish enough to enter the widow's lament. And sometimes, if you're unlucky, you might just hear the faint cries of those who never made it out.